Well, I'll show you the tools that I follow the squirt with. One thing some of you chair makers out there will notice that I don't have a plane, a compass plane or whatever, and it's only because I never bought one. Early on, all I had was a scorp or an end shave, and then I had scrapers that followed it, and that was it. And so as I started accumulating a few tools, I really didn't see where the compass plane fit in. Although those of you who carve with one do a good job, but I never needed one, so I've never bought one. So the first thing I ended up with, I found in a flea market about 30 years ago, was this little heel shave here, and it's a shoemaker's tool. I didn't know what it was. I saw it at a flea market and had handles that curved down, so I cut those off so they wouldn't get in the way, and it works great. And one nice thing about it is you can see right through the mouth, which enables me to get right up on the gutter. I can see exactly where that thing's cutting whenever I come around this side with that. This one right here was the next one. I just took an old Spokeshave, put it on a belt sander, cut the handles off of it, kept the blade in there, and just rounded it right like that. It works real sweet. Then I had a variety of Travishers that came along that either I made or somebody else made. And then Pete Galbert came up with this real simple design, and I love it. Alia Bazzari makes them now and sells them, but you know, you can make your own, or you know, there's other ones that work too. But anyway, Alia sells them if you want one. I like that. Then when Brian Boggs designed this for Lee Nielsen, it's got a radius. It's radius from front to back, and it came in real useful all out through here. On the seat, so I use it for out there. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna try to do most of my carving back here just for the camera angle so you can see it, and then I'm going to turn and try to carve back this way so the camera can move over here. But usually when I'm carving the seat, I'll take one tool and I'll go through whatever I do with it and then switch to the other tool, so I'm bouncing around all over the place. I'll start back in here. Watch coming right around through here because it'll tear with me. But I can get right up on that gutter and just keep it skewed as I come around. And then be real careful right here. See what it'll let me do. Corner with it a little bit. That's nice. But it's starting to catch with me right there. So I'm going to stop, come back in this direction. So you can see the way it's tearing right in front of me there. So I can get up high. You want a nice, gentle sweep coming down and landing nice and soft, not abruptly, and then coming back up. So I've still got to go a little bit deeper right there, which means I've got to blend it in all the way back up. Okay, now I'd usually come around there while I got it in my hand, but I'm going to switch to this one. And sometimes my curve is shallow enough to where this fits in and takes out all of that, and it really works nice. It's right on the edge of it there. I'm getting a little bit of it. I hope you can see what a finished cut that's putting on it. I mean, that is almost, it's not going to require much scraping at all in there. Again, I got to watch right there real close. And I don't know how far around I can come right here, but I'll go as far as it'll let me. So, beautiful job. Great tool. You can even hear the sound coming off on it, how sweet it is. So that is, it's finished back there. Okay, now while I'm on this side, so you can see it once again, I'm gonna switch to this. And this is another tool that's a pleasure to use. So you need to always skew it. You can see the way I've got it turned like that. It takes those nice smooth cuts. Now I've run out of areas to cut in except with this tool, except right back up in through here. And you can see my handles are hitting. Well, I could reclamp it, but then one day I discovered that I could just take the handle off. What do you think about that, Brian? And I mean, you can cut uphill with this thing. It cuts so well. Can't get right back up in there with it. I've got that too much. So got this little thing here. I didn't tune it up. I tuned up all the other ones, so it might not cut so good with me. Sweet. Okay, so we'll put this handle back on. Take this one off. And I'm going to take both of them off because I need to turn it around and come back this way. Grab this and we'll be ready to cover the other side. This little tool has just about too much radius to it to do much work with it. That's the only place where I use that tool. Rush Cherry was nice enough to send that to me as a present one time. Okay, so I'll do some shaping on this area right here. Now you see, I better watch out right over here. You can see where that's kind of tore with me. That's where I tore out that chunk. And it's right in through there. And I've got to watch that. I'll pull I'll pull a big chunk out of there and won't be able to fix it. This tool allows me just to get right up on that line. And form that. I can switch back here. I want to show you what this little tool right here can do. I don't use it much anymore because I got that one that Pete made. But this is a good tool, and certainly the price is right on the thing. As you can see, I didn't get it as sharp as I want to. You can see some lines right there. So back to the sharpening stone on that. So I've got this skew. And you come out of the cut with these things by tilting forward. See the way I'm skewing it heavy going into this area here. See, right there is where that tear out, I can still see it in there, and I've got to go quite deep to get that out. I'd rather not go quite that deep, but I've got to. Yeah, see, there's a little knot right there. That's what's going on. I can see it now. A little cross grain cutting there. So scraper's going to have to take care of that area. Need a light touch right through here. So I'm going to quit in there, and I'm just going to create more work for myself. I can get that out with a scraper pretty fast. If I could, I'd rather get it out with this tool right here, but I just tore out more just then. And it's ornery over there. Everything else is looking pretty good. I need to fix this right here. So what I do is I like for that to go about 7 inches. And I got my block plane here, and I can really make that thing sweet and straight with it. Because I want to take it out to nothing down here. Okay, so there we go. We got a nice straight shot. And take this rule and stick the line back on there. Now I can take this tool and put it back in. It doesn't have to stick up much. The paint will show it up. I believe I can go to the scraper now.